Hang on, we're getting ready to go.
And it's the biggest parade, how?
It's the largest parade, night parade in the southeastern United States. So get ready, hang on.
We're ready.
Because the Tampa Native Show starts right now.
And that's a wrap.
Come here. Let me tell you something. I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, those precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. I remember Tampa, and she remembers me. Yeah. She remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Native Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Welcome back, everyone, to this, the Tampa Native Show. If it's Thursday night and it's 7 o'clock and it's February 14th and the desk is decorated as it is, you know it's got to be Valentine's Day with the Tampa Natives. To my left, I have
Steve Canella,
a.k.a. our very own Tampa Steve, and over here to my immediate right,
Sally Nunez.
our 15-Minute Girl. And as you've already noticed, we're all dressed in red, and we've got the red backdrop behind us, and we've got a new little table that we've set up here just for your visual enjoyment.
And we're red hot tonight.
And we are red hot mamas. And I tell you what, this is a very, very close set, but we like it. We're getting a feel for it, and we hope you're enjoying it as well.
give us your comments as well. Send us an email to show@tampanatives.com. Let us know what you think about this new setup here. We're always on the bleeding edge of things, aren't we here? We live dangerously, don't we?
I usually use the phrase cutting edge, but bleeding edge,
that's even
That's
closer.
a little deeper edge.
That's even deeper.
Bleeding edge is absolutely appropriate. We do like to
stronger.
try things here, as you know, and if you've been with us for a little while now, we do like to try different things here at the Tampa Native Show. And tonight is a special night for us also. I would be remiss, Steve.
You would be remiss.
If I didn't mention the fact that it was but a year ago today that we ultimately decided that we just weren't captivating enough audience attention exclusively online. So we made an executive decision. The three of us got together and we decided, you know what, we just need to try to go back on TV. So we negotiated once again with the Tampa Bay Community Network. We made a call. Our friends welcomed us back, and here we are, live on Thursday nights, coming to you on your television set if you're in Hillsborough County. Now, it was brought to my attention tonight by our executive director here at Tampa Bay Community Network, Louise Thompson, that if you happen to be a Bright House subscriber and you don't have channel 950, well, you're not watching us right now, which is really sad. But if you know somebody out there who has Bright House and they're not getting channel 950, all they have to do to get channel 950 is call Bright House and ask them to bring you that special box, and it's only $1 extra a month, and you'll get not only Tampa Bay Community Network, but you'll get CTTV, and you'll get the county and the city business channels as well. So make sure that if you know somebody out there that's missing our show because they can't get Bright House 950, that they can by calling Bright House Networks and asking them to bring that box out. And it's not $5 a month. Don't let them talk you into that. It's only $1 a month. Steve?
Well, I got a great idea now that you mentioned that. We should put that on our website, tampanativeshow.com,
Yes.
and have
I
that
wasn't
information
aware of
on there and let everyone know.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Let's do that.
It was brought. That was a very good idea.
I'll call the IT department tomorrow.
Thank you, Louise. So you can call yourself on your landline from your cell phone, as you are our IT department.
I am the IT department. That's
we didn't know
right.
that it was Louise that brought it to our attention tonight. So thank you,
Thanks,
Louise, for
Louise.
sharing that
Yeah.
information with us.
Great info.
Welcome back, our old fans, and to our new fans that are just tuning in tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. We're so glad that you're out there watching us. Start off by saying, Cindy Baluja, get better.
Please,
we know that
quickly.
we know that you're a little under the weather, and of course the weather is kind of awful tonight. But get well soon, so that you're back at full speed. Also, let's talk a little bit about that opening. You know, we had the occasion last Saturday to ride in our very first
Night parade.
Crew of Santiago. Let me see if I get this all together. The Crew of Santiago Gasparilla Night Parade.
Correct.
That's
we
a mouthful.
had an amazing time.
It was so much fun.
It was a short ride.
Yeah.
Not like
I was amazed at how fast it really went.
it went quickly.
Yeah.
Not like the day parade, which is 9 miles and,
Yes.
and takes a little
Yeah.
bit. This was but about 2 miles from Nebraska at Nucio
Mm-hmm.
Parkway there, just to 7th Avenue, Nucio Parkway
Yeah.
to 22nd Street, right by the Columbia
Yes.
Restaurant. So it went pretty quickly. But we want to give a shout out to some people that we met that night. Also, great big shout out and a hug to Angelo Ramori for coming out and providing
Yes.
us with that,
great
amazing
car.
1965.
65.
Got a
Here
lot
it
of
is.
looks that car did.
Look at that car,
Yeah.
1965
great
Mustang
shape.
convertible, white exterior, red interior, and you know what? If you like that vehicle and you just have to have it, I'm sure Angelo will sell it to you because it's available for the
it's
right
for
price.
sale.
Angelo's actually parting with that car. He's had it for a little while.
There they are.
That would be tough to get rid of.
Yeah, I would think so. But we were so grateful. Thank you, Angelo, for allowing us to ride in that vehicle with you and for chauffeuring us. Also, we met a gentleman. This is funny because we were looking for a parking place as we're driving around where the staging area was, and we came up upon the Centro Asturiano parking lot, and they were just starting to set up there. They were going to collect, of course, a fee for parking there. I think some of the proceeds may have gone to the Centro Asturiano, although it looked like it might have been a city parking crew that was there. So we ran into the security guy, big brother, about 6'2", about 260 and change, and had a little bit of a scowl on his face when we pulled into the parking lot. Steve, what happened then?
Well, you know, we were a little concerned, a little worried at first because of that scowl. you
Sure.
mentioned.
And he was a big guy,
And he was a
too.
big guy. But he walked to the back of the truck, or the Jeep, my Jeep, and he saw this, which you see on the back of my computer as well.
Yeah.
And he says, what's this about the
that all
Tampa?
about?
What's that all about? The Tampa Native Show. What is that? And something really magically happened at that point. His whole demeanor changed, his facial expressions changed, his whole physiology changed.
Yeah.
And it automatically just a different person, totally
And we
different
made
person.
a new friend. He's
And we
a
sure
really
did.
nice guy.
Very
we
nice.
knew a lot of the same people, and it was fun.
He's a Middleton High School / Plant City High School graduate.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity, at least we talked to him for at least 30 minutes after we came to know him and
Yeah.
we turned that frown upside down. He was our
Hearing
new
some
best friend. He
stories.
was introducing us to the whole crew. He never gave us a break on the parking price, by the way, but that's okay. So we reached out to him today and left him a phone message. Hopefully, Mr. Wayne Gordon, if you're out there, that's Gordon Security Services. We hope you're out there watching us tonight. Salute and happy days to you. It was really
Hi,
nice
Wade.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
And we'll hopefully see you again at some point in time. We've made a new fan. Who else did we see? Whoa, look at this list of names here.
Lots
Ton of people.
This is a who's who of Tampa, certainly, and some of these are members of the Crew of Santiago. We met Mr. Jamie Lawrence, Simon Canassi, who were instrumental in getting us our place, and we were riding along in that row
We
of
were in the
dignitaries. Yeah, we were
dignitaries.
right behind. The mayor led it off, of
Cars.
course, and then behind him came the City Council Chairman Charlie Miranda and State Representative Janet Cruz Rifkin. So they were all there. There's a
And then
picture
us.
right there of Charlie Miranda,
Yeah.
myself, and Mr. Michael Sierra, who provided Charlie with his ride. Beautiful 1912 Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
What an amazing vehicle.
That's another story.
So and that's another story we'll get to in just a second. The night was absolutely perfect. We saw everybody that I mentioned. In addition to that, we saw Victor Fernandez. We saw Mr. Jamie Russo, Sandy D. Morgado. We saw the crew of Mambi. The Mambisis were out there jamming, Kaz and Gladys Garcia. So it was one of those nights that all you needed to do was just kind of walk up and down the staging area, and you couldn't go from float to float without seeing 3 or 4 or 6 people that you knew.
It was very loud, too.
Yeah, it was.
As it always
You
is.
could tell by that intro video.
As it always
By the
is.
way, congratulations or thank you to Buccaneer Beads because we had a whole case of beads between the three of us
We
in
did.
that car. and we
And they made it the
timed
whole
out
way. We
perfectly.
actually used all
Yep.
of them. That was
Can you believe it?
amazing.
At the last block, we ran
had a
out.
box of
Yeah.
beads provided by Buccaneer
amazing.
Beads and all of our friends at Buccaneer Beads. Of
Yes.
course, the hat, the glasses, everything that you saw us wearing was provided for us. There's a
Yes.
great shot of
Yeah.
it.
There it is.
The box contained, I believe it was 12 dozen, Steve? No, it was more
It was
than
more than that.
48.
Yeah,
It
we
was
threw
like
a lot of
60
beads.
dozen. It was
Yeah.
60 dozen beads. And believe me when I tell you, as we hit the end of the parade route, we just finished
Yeah.
the box
It
of
was
beads.
perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
It
Perfect.
really was.
So, you know, we also saw...
A lot of bead throwing.
Yep, we saw Chris Castillo standing in front of
Yeah,
the
we did.
Italian club. Chris
Yeah,
was
he's waving
waving
away.
at us. And we also saw, although we didn't see her, but we found out later on Facebook that Diane Robichaud King, who's one of our fans as well,
Oh.
and she parties with us when we go to the Trop,
Yeah.
she caught one of our beads. So it was one of those
He
things
was
that
screaming, but
we couldn't
see
hear.
any
It was too loud.
faces.
we couldn't
it was
hear,
all a blur
and it
for
was
us.
It was a sea of faces. So you know, you kind of think, and you see something, you're just kind of tossing
Yeah.
the beads out. I woke up the next morning with a bit of a sore arm because I was trying desperately to get my
Way
beads
up on the
to the
balcony.
second floor of the balcony. I was successful only once in about 6 or 7 attempts, and when I woke up the next morning, I had a real difficult time
You felt
raising
it.
that coffee cup to my lips.
Yeah.
Dory, if you'll do me a favor, make that call for us now, and we'll call for that graphic in just a couple of minutes. As soon as Dory has Mr. John Ficca on the line. This coming Saturday night, the Tampa Natives will be attending a Firefall concert that's going to benefit the Florida Rehabilitative Association and Hands-On Employment Services Incorporated. Let me read that again. Firefall concert that's going to benefit, there's the graphic, going to benefit the Florida Rehabilitative Association and Hands-On Employment Services, Inc. And that's going to take place at the Hyatt, right there on the Courtney Campbell Causeway. We are going to be sort of, I guess, VIP guests, Stevie. You know, we're going to...
I think so.
We're going to be, going to have some tickets
gonna be
there waiting
fun.
for us that we'll call. We're so excited to meet
We are.
Sandy,
Yeah.
to meet John and the crew. We're happy to be a part of promoting this wonderful event. Tickets are still available, and the website is, I think we have a graphic. The bottom of the graphic may show the website there. And John will be on the phone shortly to tell us all the
Yeah.
details. Tickets are still available. So if you want to come out and party with us on Saturday,
Come on
please
out.
come on out. We'd
Yeah,
love
it's
to
gonna
see
be
you
fun.
there.
Great music.
Thank you, Dory, for getting John on the line for us.
And we know how to have fun, don't we?
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is John Fick, and I'm calling from Town and Country, you know, that northwest section of Tampa.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
John.
John.
That's Lato High School District.
That's
A little
right.
bit of it, and the other part was Jefferson, as I recall.
Yeah, and you know what? The year I went to Jefferson, they all my friends that lived on one side of Sheldon Road went to Lato, and I was shipped off to Jefferson, but that's all good.
Hey, and you were in good company because out of the you got a terrier, a dragon, and a knight sitting here at the table. Here's your dragon, president and
Terrier.
accounted for. So.
I guess that makes me the knight.
Yeah, the
Good mixture.
blue and gold plays around here, my brother. Don't feel bad about that.
Sometimes
we,
it plays.
We were just mentioning the upcoming event on Saturday. Tell people a little bit more about it in detail and take a couple of minutes to give them the website and where they can get tickets.
Okay, well, first of all, thanks for having me on and helping promote this event. It's
It's a great cause.
yeah, it's a great cause, and it's just we have a lot of passion for what we're doing. I'm the director of a training program. It's state funded. And we train people with disabilities, and we do it through a cool partnership with Hyatt Hotels and with vocational rehabilitation agencies. And what we do is we bring them in for a couple weeks, and they're employees of Hyatt. It's just a really great partnership, and more importantly, the students are actually getting jobs. Hyatt hires some of them, but the majority of them go on to work in other hotels and restaurants and nursing homes and hospitals. It's just a great option for these young people who aren't college bound. And my brother is a little bit older. I always say my oldest brother, but he's 9 years older than I am. His name is Sandy, also from Tampa, and he happens to be the drummer for Firefall, which is the 70s hit.
Wow.
And I've always looked up to him, admired him for doing something that he loves, and I've thought about this merging of Firefall and our program for many years, but the timing was never quite right. And tonight they're playing in Michigan for Valentine's Day, and Sunday they're playing in Altamont Springs on the other side of Orlando. And so I saw on their schedule they were open Friday and Saturday. I contacted them. They said, no problem, we're coming to Florida anyway. Because if they're coming to Clearwater or someplace close, we can't have them do Clearwater one night and Tampa the next night because it would interfere with their ticket sales.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, we're just very grateful. because we all have a mutual friend that left us last March, left us last June. His birthday's coming up March the 7th, so that's going to be. We're actually doing a show on that night, so I'm sure we'll have something very nice to say about Michael White, who was a dear friend of the show, dear friend to all of us, and for months, maybe more than months, maybe a couple of years, he was after me to get in touch with Sandy Fick, and I'm thinking, who is this guy? Why do you keep wanting me to get in touch with him? And I will, sooner or later, Mike. And of course, now
look when it happened.
And now we're going to get a chance to meet Mike and his brother John and help out. We're all too happy to be able to help you in this case, John, and we're really looking forward to jamming with you guys because Firefall made some incredible music back in the day.
Yeah.
Right, and you're going to be there.
Yeah,
We are
we can't
gonna be
wait.
there.
We can't wait to see you,
We're
bud.
gonna have our bells on.
Another photo opportunity
Yeah.
for the Tampa Native Show. Thank you, John. Thanks so
Thanks,
much for
John.
calling, and thanks again for all the work you do for this wonderful cause. And we'll see you with our camera on Saturday night. We'll take some pictures.
Okay, and just tell everybody, firefallbenefit.com for more info and tickets.
You bet. We're showing the
will.
graphic on screen right now.
Great,
Thank
great.
you so much, John. All the best, and we'll look forward to seeing you Saturday.
See you
Go
soon.
Tampa. Goodbye.
Thank
Bye-bye
you.
now.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
you. That's John Fick.
wonderful.
That's terrific. Now,
Yes.
a couple of more announcements, and then we'll get to our phone callers tonight. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear everything that's special about Valentine's Day for you. We want to hear about your best Valentine's Day. We want to hear about your worst Valentine's Day.
And in between.
We want to hear everything in between, and we want to hear about how it was when we were growing up going to school, and we had to have all those little Valentine's Day cards. Remember that?
That's right.
And we'd have to bring one for every student in the class, even though you didn't hate that guy. That guy, why do a guy? I don't have a Valentine's Day. But in the third grade, man, that wasn't like that.
We
You
did
know what I'm
that.
saying? You just bring, dear
You
John,
had
be
to
my
share
Valentine.
with everyone.
Everybody got one.
Yeah, I bet they
was
don't do
the
that
rule.
today, though.
I don't
Well,
think so.
tomorrow night, let me just go ahead and mention tomorrow night, join Pete Mulry, coach of all those wonderful Tampa Catholic baseball teams that won championships in the 60s and 70s as they celebrate, better said, the lighting of their baseball fields. It's hard for us to imagine after all these years dating back to the 1960s that Tampa Catholic is just now lighting their baseball fields. But as it turns out, they raised enough money. Pete Mulry was chiefly responsible for driving that effort, and tomorrow night they're going to have a ceremony to light the field. So if you'd like
Light
to
'em
be
up.
there, weather notwithstanding, man, if it's cold, if it's windy, if it's breezy, hey, that's fair weather in Florida. Just get your foul weather gear on and get out there to Tampa Catholic. We'll see you there.
And even though Hillsboro's my alma mater, I did go to Tampa Catholic for 2 years.
Yes, you did.
But I am wearing red and black for the Hillsboro color.
Yes,
No,
you
not really.
are.
It's Valentine's Day.
Yes,
That's the
you
reason.
are. Yes, you are. Let's talk a little bit
Ever
of,
the terrier.
talk
That's
a little bit about holistic. Why am I not being able
Easy
to
for you to
talk
say.
tonight? Holistic
Take a
Health
drink.
Haven. I might.
That's picture number 10, by the way.
Marco Rubio. Here we go. Holistic Health. I heard that from inside.
Eric, number 10.
Holistic. There he is. Holistic Health Haven.
Yes, great
is
place.
experience. Listen, Valentine's Day special, 400 East Palm Avenue. And let me just tell you something. Nothing says I love you like a couple's massage. And there's a special this month. But they don't just do massage there. They do acupuncture.
Facials.
They do facials. They talk to you about health and nutrition. It is what its name implies. It is the Holistic Health Haven, 400 East Palm Avenue. Look for them on Facebook. And if you've got the time, rush over there this month and take advantage of that special. The 15-minute girl and I are already on our way. Steve, as soon as he can find a minute from work, we're going to get over there and
I
take
wanna go.
full advantage of that.
It's a beautiful place, too. You'll
Which is
enjoy
another
it.
amazing
Everyone's
segue.
really friendly.
Which is another amazing segue because in
Yeah, look
a
at
week's
that heart.
time,
How cute.
isn't that pretty? In a week's time, on the 24th, Steve, are you ready for this one?
I'm not ready.
On the 24th, which is Sunday, okay, that's Oscar night. Hey guys, what are
Oh,
we going to be
yeah.
doing? What are we going to be doing, Stevie?
We're stepping out.
We're gonna, there you go. We're gonna be walking
Stepping
down
out
the red
with my
carpet,
baby.
at the Tampa
We're gonna-
Theater.
There you
Right?
go.
How about that?
We're gonna be.
That's gonna be great.
We're going to be
We're gonna be
participating
dressed to the
on the walk of
nines.
the red carpet. Now listen, this is open to everybody because this is a fundraiser as well for our beloved Tampa Theater. Tampa Theater, the one, the only, on the National Registry of Landmark Buildings.
Yeah.
And we're going to help support them on Sunday night. We're trying to get a ride. So if anybody out there has a bitchin' ride, they'd like to take us and drop us off before the red carpet so
we
we
can
can
always take the bus.
well, we could take the bus. It'd be a little disconcerting to get out of the bus with our tuxedos on and our long gowns. But we're going to walk the red carpet.
And
And
you're
paparazzi's
wearing
going to be popping pictures, and we're going to be doing everything we can to promote the Tampa Native Show and help the Tampa Theater raise a little bit of funds.
Yeah.
Any
the
celebrities gonna be there?
Well, we're going to be there, so
We're
that's all.
gonna be there.
That's all that
Besides us.
matters. I'm sure ABC Action News will have
Something
a full
about
team there.
Joan Rivers or Moan
Roan
Rivers.
Rivers.
Roan
Rivers, which is probably a female impersonator, and she's going to be walking around with a microphone going,
That'll
oh,
be
can we
fun.
talk? Can we talk?
That'll
I'm
be
sure.
great.
And we're going to be there, and ABC Action News usually sends out a crew as they're one of the sponsors of the event as well. TampaTheater.org. Get your tickets and meet us there.
We'll be fancy.
Sunday
that's
the
for
24th.
sure.
We'll be wearing our fancy pants.
Yes.
All right. Now, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Send us an email at show@tampanatives.com.
And visit us at tampanativeshow.com website.
There you go.
And also Little Peeps at facebook.com.
Oh yeah, we're all there. Steve has done a wonderful job with our website.
Thank you.
At the bottom of the website, you'll see all of our individual personality Facebook pages. Like them all.
Yes.
And we in turn will like yours
and we'll
as well.
like you.
Real quick shout out. I almost forgot. It's in my notes. Tampa native Anthony Gonzalez Jr., congratulations on your new job at the Tampa Theater. We hope to see you on Sunday the 24th.
Yeah,
You're the new
congrats.
front-end manager for the Tampa Theater, and that's a great job. I think you're going to have a wonderful experience
Good
there.
things for you.
How about that Tampa Theater, huh?
Yeah.
How many
That's
of us
something.
grew up there? How many of us remember seeing our first movie there at the first?
Yeah, I saw lots of movies there.
First movie I ever saw was, I want to say Mary Poppins. Stevie?
I want to say Fiddler on the Roof.
But what? Say it again.
Fiddler on the Roof.
And you, darling?
I think it was I'm sure it was one of the Disney, either Snow White or Cinderella or one of those. But I saw a whole lot of Elvis Presley.
Who doesn't want to go back to the Tampa Theater is
It's
what
a
I'm
great
saying.
place.
Yes.
And in the summertime when it's
Beautiful.
hot and miserable, and if you're going to pay $7 for or $10 for a regular show at the 24 Anderson 24,
Yeah.
go a little bit further and support the Tampa Theater and help keep those doors open as well.
And 2 Christmases ago, I did go there to see It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
And I wonder if they have a Christmas story there as well. You know,
That'd be great.
We have to find out.
My guess is they do, and
Although I
we'll
did
find
see
out
it.
sooner than later. Okay, so we're going to open up the phone lines now. Thank you for indulging us.
Yes.
Go ahead, darling.
Excuse me.
Take a little drink. Something in the air.
Have a candy.
Thank you for
Valentine's candy.
or a chocolate.
Maybe I should
There you
have a
go.
candy.
Thank you for indulging us while we got those comments and those PSAs and all of our commentaries out of the way early. So give us a call, 813-977-6800. Tell us all about your favorite Valentine. And, you know, if we don't get a lot of calls tonight, we certainly understand. Because this is the night.
Special night.
It's a special night. And if there's one night of the year, aside from perhaps Mother's Day, which is another story I'll tell you in a moment.
But that's not for romance. Mother's
Right.
Day.
This is the night
the
that you
night
might
for
be going
romance.
out with your sweetheart
Right.
To celebrate. So if you're not there, that's right. That's right. If you're not there, we understand. But if you are there and you're not predisposed, if you know what I mean, then give us a call. 977-6800.
Where?
Stevie,
There probably will be a
let's
lot of
talk a little bit about Valentine's Day. You got a Valentine's Day memory you can share with us?
Well, I don't know about a memory, but I've had great. Here's it's a comment, more of a commentary
Sure.
than it. I've noticed with Valentine's Day, sometimes when you go out for Valentine's dinner, when the waiter comes up to you and says, "Sir, would you like to have with a date? Would you like to have the Valentine's dinner special?" And you can't say no at that point, but then you come to find out later on it's about $120 for the entire dinner.
Surprise!
You can't order off the menu in these cases because you look bad. But anyway, I've had that experience happen to me one time, a couple times maybe. But
Yeah.
hey, well, you know, once in a while you just got to do it,
Yes.
and it's fun.
And girls
But
like
tonight we
that
had
kind of
tonight we had the
What-
show, so we
I knew
couldn't-
you were
Of
going to
course.
ask me this
Well,
question.
no, I was going to ask you that. That's a different question. But the
Okay.
question that, taking the girls' viewpoint on this,
Okay.
do girls like chocolate better? Do girls like...
Here's what girls like,
Okay.
and women like this too.
All right, here we go.
Romance.
Oh.
Anything romantic.
Hello.
Out of the way, romantic, something different, something new, special,
So-
to make you feel special.
So that private, if I hear you correctly, that private booth at the Melting Pot is what you're talking about, huh? Where you get to play with the food and the fondue and all the good stuff?
I guess.
Okay, okay. Well, I
I
was
like
just wondering
special
because
things, different
there's
things.
The traditional things like roses.
Definitely romantic,
And
yeah.
chocolate. And roses and chocolate. Is there anything else, Steve, that I'm missing? Lobster?
I think you got it all. Lobster's
Jewelry. is always
Jewelry,
good.
jewelry,
Flowers.
always winner.
Flowers are always good.
Flowers.
You can't go
I bet-
wrong with flowers.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Well, we've got our first caller.
Good.
Let's go ahead and do that. Why don't you take the lead tonight, darling, and you welcome our caller.
Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from. You're on the air.
This is Keith Albini from Seminole, Florida.
Hi, Keitha Abini from
Hi,
Seminole,
Keitha.
Florida. How
Keitha.
are you?
Hi, I wanted to thank Mario and Sally for my package yesterday. It was unexpected, and for the extra gift inside.
Well,
Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Keitha.
it got here at just the right time
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day. You're quite welcome.
Good. Yes, it did.
Good.
Thank you very much. And you know, Joe and I, you know our numbers.
I have already
We've
written
got
them
those
down.
written down,
We
no
got the
problem.
email.
Tell us a special Valentine's Day memory. Keith, is something that Joe did for you that just to this day he's never been able to outdo?
Well, every year he outdoes himself.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So he does all kinds of things. I couldn't tell you just one thing.
That's nice. He sounds
He
like
always
he's romantic.
I'm on Valentine's Day.
Is the skipper romantic? Because, we only think about him as a baseball coach. We don't think about him as
I
a
don't
romantic.
think about him only that
He
way.
doesn't forget a birthday, an anniversary. He doesn't forget anything.
That's great.
I can see that in Joe.
And
Yeah.
he does give good hugs. I can attest to that.
He's a good
He gives a
man.
good big brother hug. Gets in there. He really
He
gets.
does.
Yeah,
he
he
does.
does.
He's a good hugger.
Yes. Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, doing okay, but we won't be able to make it Saturday night. We had planned on coming, but
Oh,
we won't
okay.
be able to make it.
I'm sorry, but we'll miss you.
That's okay.
That's all right. We'll take.
We definitely are coming Mother's Day.
Yes,
great.
yes.
Good.
And thanks for mentioning that. I'll mention it here as I mentioned Mother's
Yeah.
Day just
yeah.
a minute ago. On May the 12th, this year Mother's Day happens to fall on May the 12th, a Sunday. It's always a Sunday, but it's a special Sunday this year because it happens to be the 15-minute girl's birthday, spoiler alert. And it's also sort of a celebration of all things retirement from his aviation career. That would be yours truly. So we're going to celebrate moms. We're going to celebrate the Rays versus the Padres. We're going to celebrate 15-minute girl's birthday, and
That'll be my 29th birthday.
of
by the
course, and Mario's retirement from his airline career. So join us, join all of us, because we're going to be there, and so is Keith and
way. Yeah,
Joe.
it's going to be fun.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Okay.
Thank
Same
you,
here.
Keith, and
Thank
we'll
you,
talk to you
Keith.
soon.
Glad you liked your little gift.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Thank you.
Hey, we got an email from
Well, let's read that email.
Jim Carney.
All right,
Jim
Jim.
Carney.
In fact, I think he likes the Bleeding Edge comment because he put that in the subject line of the Bleeding Edge. Anyway, he writes, I send my love to the staff, hosts, the music man, Mike Beluha, and all the sponsors. I like the new set, by the way.
All right.
Great.
I can see the love that went into it. His Belita number is number 44.
44.
Jim Carney. And the second choice, in case it's not taken, is 13. But
It's
that's
wide open, Jim.
Yep,
You got
so
it.
44. You got it.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks,
Nice,
Jim.
very nice, Jim.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for all
that commentary, and we
Yeah.
appreciate it. We take your
You were
feedback
the
to
first
heart.
one to say something about the set.
About the set. We take your comment to heart here.
We do.
All of your commentaries to heart here at the Tampa Native Show.
Yes.
When you call the comment line, which I'm going to play a couple of recordings for you now in just a minute. We had 2 calls come in last week relative to the Charlie Miranda Show. Wonderful comments. I'll play them for you in just a second. But just understand that when you do send us those comments, hey, Mario, we like the black tablecloth, or we like the blue curtains behind you, or whatever, we take that under advisement.
listen.
We
We
don't
really
listen
do.
to any of it because we do what we
Yes,
want to
we
do.
do.
Anyway. No,
We
I'm
listen.
teasing, I'm teasing. Of course we do. And the set tonight, by the time we walked in the studio, our technical director extraordinaire, Eric Cups, was already on the scene, and he had the table laid out. And from what I understand,
creating.
He was in that creative mood and mode.
I like
and
it.
he said, you know what? We're going to try something different tonight.
I
He
like
is
it.
creative.
And it's working, right,
Yeah,
guys?
I like it. It's cozy.
I like it too. All right, let me get
He's
this
full
here
of
while
great
we're waiting
ideas.
for our next caller. 977-6800. 813 is the area code.
Happy Valentine's
I'm going
Day.
to play 2 calls back to back.
This will be good.
But yeah, they're both very good.
Yes.
I'll try to get it here close to the microphone so you can hear it. I'll turn it up for you as well. These came in shortly after the Charlie Miranda Show. Charlie, if you're out there watching, we hope you are. And if not, we hope your DVR is working properly so you can hear these comments.
And he was great on the show, by the way.
He was a good
He
guy.
was. He
Amazing.
provided us with a couple of
Yes.
wonderful quotes,
That we put on the website.
highlights.
Yeah.
And they're on the website now, tampanativeshow.com. Charlie Miranda, another Tampa treasure that we're going to have back on the show.
Absolutely.
He was, the career that he's had with the horses, and we talked a little bit about that last week. Amazing. I want to get deeper. I want to drill down deeper into some of that storyline.
Yeah, we
because
never knew that.
Charlie Miranda, a wealth of information and knowledge, and I never knew that. But apparently he
Nor
and,
did I.
and Mike Sierra, when they were kids, had horses, and something sprung out of that, which is a career in the horse racing business.
Yeah.
Okay, so without any further ado, this is 2 calls that came in last week after the show.
Hey, Charlie. This Blitz calling, your coach. I happened to see you on the show, Tampa Native. I tried to get to you, but I couldn't. But this is Blitz. I hope you get this message. Talk to you later.
I want to comment on Charlie Miranda, what he said about how he got elected. Tampa. He was concerned about it. This is Helen Richards, and I have known Charlie ever since he has been in office.
That's great.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah.
Helen Richards, owner, operator of the Seabreeze on Wheels.
And
So
we'll be back on our show again pretty soon.
pretty soon, Helen's going to be back to grace the set of the Tampa Native Show
More great
and tell us
stories.
more wonderful stories of her growing up in Tampa and more stories of the genesis of that wonderful restaurant.
Well, you know, she's referencing that part in the video last week when Charlie Miranda was talking about winning or losing. Remember that?
Yes.
And it was such a great commentary, such a great answer that we
Yes.
went ahead and put that as a highlight on the website. But he said he just ran. He didn't care if he won or lost. He just,
Yeah.
you know, he just
It's unusual. Most people
happy just running.
Most people
and
do care if they
incredible
win or
though.
lose.
But check it out on TampaNativeShow.com. Look at that highlight. It's amazing.
And what,
I got
what else
goosebumps.
did he say? He said he never lost an election, right?
They never lost an election.
Or was that Jack Espinosa that said that? Somebody
No,
said they
it
never
wasn't.
lost an election, they just didn't get enough votes.
That's what
That
Charlie
was,
said.
Yeah.
That was Jack,
Yep.
wasn't it?
That was Jack.
Is that
I thought.
Jack?
That
I
was
think
Jack.
that was Jack.
That was Jack.
We'll have to go back and look at the highlight ourselves. Double check that.
Well, I can tell you this
We
much.
have to check the reel.
I can tell you this much. Everybody that calls
I think
tonight, everybody that calls in
I think
tonight
that's
is going to
Charlie.
get one of our. You think it was Charlie?
I think it's Charlie.
Okay.
Last time.
No.
Everybody that calls in tonight is going to get one of these bumper stickers and a very special Bolita prize at the end of the show after we do our drawing. Did you get another email there, Steve? I
We
heard
sure
something
did.
come in.
Well, this is from Marlene Maceda Lee.
Oh, hi,
Oh,
Marlene.
hi, Marlene.
And
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
happy Valentine's
Day.
Day to all of you. That's it. There's no Bolita number, so if you want, go ahead and send us another email.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give us your Bolita number, and you may just be a winner tonight. Somebody will.
Somebody will, and you know what?
have a
Right
winner.
now, as it turns out, the numbers are
Not very many.
Yeah, they're scant. There's a
One,
scant few numbers currently.
five.
So
And you know,
special dedication coming up at the 15-minute mark. You might want to just call your friends and neighbors and tune into the Tampa Native Show tonight because you're gonna see something you've probably never seen before on live TV. Here's a little teaser. Go ahead, Stevie.
well, I was going to say, we just got another email.
Please,
This
the
is
emails are
from,
coming hot and heavy. Wonderful. But the lines are open as well. So
Yes.
if you're
Absolutely.
not embarrassed to hear
Give
your
us a
voice on
ring.
TV, call us because this is your good,
Yeah, it's
good
a good
opportunity.
night to call. Get
This is
in.
from Marilyn Messina, who's from Joe and Sons, who's been on our show before.
that?
Marilyn
Another
Messina.
wonderful
I'm
guest.
not familiar with that. Though.
Oh, okay, I'm sure.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn. She writes, "Hi there. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I just got in from the store. Lots of last-minute shoppers for gift baskets, so I'm
good.
just tuning in. Did I miss? Well, I'm not going to say this because it might be a giveaway. You'll find out in a second, Marilyn.
Oh, yeah, no, it's coming up.
I hope not. I love the backdrop. The set looks good. My Bolita number is number 9.
Number
Anthony's is number
9.
41.
I like your number.
There you go.
I
There
like
you
number
go.
9 too.
And I read over your shoulder, Marilyn, Steve's email over Steve's shoulder. No, you haven't missed it yet.
And Marlene's number 7, by the way. She
Coming up,
wrote back.
no, that's Joe Abini's number 7.
Oh, wait. Marlene, one more try.
Oh,
Marlene, roll the dice again.
who was
more
number
time.
9?
Did we have a 9? I don't think we had a
Oh, I
9.
heard 9.
Did you?
Okay.
What was Marilyn's number, Steve?
Marilyn's was, let me go back here. She was number 9.
there it is.
That's right.
I apologize.
See, you messed me up, bro.
No.
And if you haven't been able to tell, we've got a new button here on the set tonight that we picked up at one of our favorite party stores in the area, who shall remain nameless until they become a sponsor of the show.
That's how it works.
That's how it works, Ronnie. So this is our new no button. And whenever
It's
Steve gets a
fun.
little out of control, a little out of hand,
never
It's
happens.
not only for Steve, though. Somebody else
Speaking
gets
of Valentine's, we have a
control.
couple photos
let's
here.
show some photos. This
Yeah.
would be a great time. We're waiting for our next caller.
Number 11, if you will, Eric. We have a great photo here. In fact, it looks like Emilio did a great job with this photo.
Oh,
did
nice.
you use Photoshop?
Very,
Oh,
very nice.
Emilio
is
and Mary.
Very creative.
Yes,
Look at
and
that.
Mary. Happy Valentine's Day to that
That's a
happy
nice
couple. They've
picture.
been together a long time. I know. I read it just today on Facebook, and it escapes me, but it's in the 47 range, 47, 48 years.
Getting close to 50.
I think, yeah, getting real close to that golden anniversary. So thank you for sending in that photo, Emilio and Mary. See, when we do make a shout out for calls, people respond.
People do respond.
We love that about our fans.
Thank you.
And you know, at the beginning of the show, you mentioned Cindy Beluha.
Yes.
Mike Beluha's wife. Well, the next photo, number 12, is a beautiful photo of Mike and Cindy.
There
Oh,
you go.
wow, that's a
that's
great
a nice
picture.
picture.
Yeah.
Very, very nice picture.
Looking good, guys.
Yep.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Hope
Day
you're
for
having
those of
fun.
you. For those of you just joining us, maybe for the first time, Mike Beluha is the gentleman that created the music expressly for our show
Yeah.
at the beginning.
He does lots of things
and you'll
for
hear a
us.
little bit more of it at the end. And he also does a lot of our graphics as well. So Mike and Cindy, happy Valentine's
Nice
Day
picture.
to that happy couple. Beautiful.
And even though we have a couple more photos, let's wait a little bit before we show those and kind of spread them out a little bit.
Sure, we can do that. We
In
can
fact,
do that.
Marlene just sent in 13, which is also taken.
Oh, wait,
my.
the third time is
I
charm.
know, third time.
Third time
One more
is
time,
charm.
Marlene.
13's taken?
No, it's not.
It was.
What is it? I thought.
Sure.
Wait,
Oh
hang
no,
on.
you know what? Jim Carney had 13 as a second option, but since 44
So this
was
is
taken,
Marlene.
See, Marlene Maselli, and in
Okay.
real time, Mario remembers these things. I don't know why.
How did you do that?
All right, callers, lines are open. Mom, Dad, if you want to give us a call, we're begging now. We're begging for callers. If you want to call, I mean, you've been married a long time. Tell us the good, the bad, the ugly, or I'm
Maybe
just
not
going to
the
start
ugly.
eating chocolate
How about
kisses here
just
on the
the
set.
good?
Why don't you pull one now? See what it says.
All right, let's see what
That's
it
what they're
says.
there for.
All right, let's see. Let's see. And I'm sure you're going to pull one next, aren't you?
Well, I will. Or we'll
right.
have the 15-minute girl go next.
All right, this says one and only. Very, very nice.
One and only.
One and
You pick-
only.
you pick
I
one.
have a pink one.
It's appropriate.
Pink one.
All right, Steve.
These are always fun in school. Remember?
Of
Elementary
course.
School. These are a blast.
a little chocolate.
It's kiss, hug, kiss, hug.
Kiss, hug, kiss, hug.
Okay,
Stevie.
let me try one here. Sorry, Charlie. Only the best tuna could become starfish.
There you go.
Starkiss, that is. Now, how did they get all that on this little
I don't know.
card? I don't know.
Small font.
Yeah.
Very, very small font.
-1.
Yeah, -1.
There we go.
What? I want to see another picture, Stevie.
You
I
do?
wanna-
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Let's-
I do. Because
We
you know
have
what?
a few, right?
Tom from New York is out tonight with his wife. I know he is, or else he'd have been calling already.
Happy
He would've.
Valentine.
Happy
That's-
Valentine's Day to Tom.
There he
and
is.
There
Oh,
he
look,
is.
there he is.
Tom
There
from
he
New
is.
York.
And apparently,
What a
unbeknownst
pretty
to us
lady.
here on the Tampa Native Show, Tom must have gotten married in Hawaii. In fact, that is Lahaina. He sent in the photograph in 1999.
It's a great
he
photo.
got married. That is a great photo, man. And Hawaii is
You have some of those
a great
nut
romantic.
beads.
Yep, the kukui beads. It's a great kukui nuts. It's a great romantic getaway, but you have to want to go there because it's a little far from the mainland. I know, right?
I'm cracking up the crew in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
control
yeah.
room with
There
those
you go.
nut beads.
Yeah, well, something like that. I don't want to talk
That's what
about
they
that.
are.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're called kukui nuts. Kukui nuts.
Valentine's.
You know, we laugh a lot on the show, don't we?
Everybody. All right. How about a picture of?
You want to do the last one? Or are we saving that for later?
No, we're saving that for
That's
the
what I
next
thought.
couple
That's
of
what I
minutes.
thought.
Yeah, we'll save that for
Yeah.
the next couple.
We did get an email, though.
Oh well, let's
Good.
read that.
Take a look. Another bleeding number, I'm
That's
sure.
funny because the emails are coming out
Oh.
heavy. Also.
Well, this is Marlene again. Marlene, 13 was available. My mistake there. I was thinking of Keith as number 3.
Right.
But, yeah, so you have 13, so you're good. But thanks for all the emails you sent. And,
Yes, of course, all 12 of them.
And man, she picked some great numbers.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. All right.
I've
Well,
caused quite a commotion.
you
in the
have
control room
caused
back
quite
there.
a stir.
They're laughing and they're making me laugh.
I'm
now,
I'm
It's all good. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
I'm awful close to busting out the. Well, I'll wait another. I'll give
have more
our
pictures we
I'll
could
give
show,
our
right?
callers just a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to do what I had said I was going to do, and y'all are just going to have to bear with me. It's going to be rather wonderful.
Okay.
But before we get to that, 24th we're going to be Tampa Theater. Oh, and tomorrow, I guess I can say this now because we want
Oh,
we
yeah.
want all the good
Yeah.
mojo
Yeah, we
that
do.
we can get from our viewers. So if it's appropriate for, I guess, prayer warriors to come out and give us a little hand, that's a good thing. Otherwise, if you've got a lucky stone that you can rub for us tomorrow, we're going to go in front of the Arts Council, Hillsborough County Arts Council, and they're going to let us know we made application for a grant to help us pay for some of our funding here at the Tampa Native Show at Tampa Bay Community Network. And tomorrow we're going to go in front of the jury and find out if
we won.
If we won. And
if we didn't, why we didn't win?
and if we
That's
and
true.
if we didn't, what we need to do better to to help basically apply for those grants. And,
Yeah.
And
It's going to be interesting, though. It'll be fun to just sit there and listen to who won and why they won. And
I wish I can go.
well, we'll
I
take
know.
good notes
Yeah.
for you, Stevie. We
Send me
will
a
take
text
good
as soon as
notes.
you find out, okay?
Of course,
I wanna
of course.
find out.
It's about there's several other people that were making
9:30, right?
applications. Yeah, 9:30 in the morning. Several other people, and it's for performing artists. It's for things like this, like a television show, a film production. So if if you're an independent film producer and you want to make a small production, the grants, all different various amounts. And in our case, if we are fortunate enough to get this grant,
you'll
it would
be
really
hearing
go.
us scream all the way from downtown.
It'll go a long ways towards helping us pay for the next season.
Oh, and I've got some good news, too, regarding our connection to the USF Library.
Oh, here
and
we
the special
go.
collections.
We've been waiting for this.
I know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I know. Where's the bell in the back? We're getting very close to having the website built by USF, Special Collections, where all our videos the last 2 years. By the way, we're almost at our 100th show. We're about, I think, like 92, 93 now.
93.
So we're going to have to do a little
we're getting
celebration.
close.
Yeah,
we
for
need
that.
to start planning that
Oh, yeah.
100th show.
But as soon as USF, working with Barbara Lewis, she's doing a great job of getting these videos up there. But as soon as that is ready, we've already supplied her the little information to put at the top of the webpage.
Right.
We'll let everybody know. We'll put it on our website. We'll announce it on the show, of course. But we'll be part of history. We are anyway, but we'll be part of USF's history and their special collections division.
Special.
So
Yeah.
that'll be
Great.
very exciting.
That
very exciting.
deserves a bell ring.
That's very cool.
And we need to cue in Nate Spoto at this time. Nate, who could possibly...
He's probably watching right now.
Nate, if you're out there listening, as soon as we get ready to go live with the USF website, that would be a great thing for you to be able to let everybody know about. And maybe we should have a conversation, because if there's some publicity we might be able to generate by our appearance at the Tampa Theater, that would be wonderful as well. I think really and truthfully, the Tampa Theater, out of all of the landmarks here, we discussed this in pre-production this week.
Yeah.
You know, there's the University of Tampa with its minarets, but unless you really know what those minarets represent, you might not know that that's the Tampa Bay Hotel and what its history is. There's the airport, maybe not as much. There's Raymond James Stadium, maybe not as much. But the Tampa Theater, that marquee with those lights, and of course the name Tampa right in it, the Floridan comes to mind. But the Floridan, again, doesn't say Tampa. The Tampa Theater, I think 1928, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me, that when it was built, 1928, one of the first air-conditioned buildings in the city of Tampa, is iconic and it's historic.
Yeah.
And just like everybody else, struggling to make its, to meet its fiduciary needs and stay on budget.
Yeah.
So, I think tomorrow, if we get an opportunity, we're going to see if we can maybe make a stop by the Tampa Theater.
That'd be great.
And talk to them and see how we can help them.
Maybe we could partner up.
We're the Tampa Native Show, and there's nothing more Tampa Native than the Tampa Theater.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything?
I can't.
So many great memories
It's a perfect,
from that place.
perfect Tampa Native landmark.
Too.
A lot of us have spent many nights, and went through some bad times too. Went through some lean years.
Yeah.
In the late '60s and '70s, when the big cineplexes started to open up, and you had all those theaters. There was the Twin. We talked about Twin Bays, which was 2 theaters,
Horizon
and then
Park.
there was Horizon Park 4, and then there was another Cineplex that had 6 theaters. Was it the Floraland Mall that had the 6? And
Mission Bell.
Those movie palaces kind of fell in disrepair and fell out of favor. Britain Plaza was one that was a huge theater. It seated probably 400 or 500 people.
That was my
with a balcony.
home theater.
And then there was the Florida, and there was also the Palace. And the Hillsborough Theater as well. Many of us remember the Rocking Chair Theater, right? That was the Hillsborough
I
Theater.
used to love that. It was my favorite
went
one.
there?
Yep.
Going through all the videos last night, trying to count how many, where we were, what number. I was just amazed that we did this many shows, almost 100 shows over a 2-year period, and looking back at some of the topics too.
Yeah.
It was amazing that we've covered so much ground, and there's still much
so
ground
many
to
more to
cover.
go.
Hey, by the way, speaking of past shows, how about a quick follow-up on a recent guest we had, Marilyn Messina,
Yes.
we just spoke about.
Sure.
And the fact that my Aunt Nina Canola called in that night, and that was a fun moment.
Oh,
Remember
that was an amazing moment. That was an amazing moment.
But we mentioned on the show how incredible it was that Marilyn and I, within 5 minutes of talking to each other, realized we were related on several different levels. Well, here's what she writes today on Facebook. Your Uncle Gene and Aunt Nina came into the store today. What a wonderful visit we had. We were connected on so many different levels and found the families that had many friends from the old days in common. Your aunt brought in her sister, Marie Maggio, and it turns out we knew each other back in high school. She dated Sam Napoli, who was my husband's cousin. She knows my husband. I ran around with his friends, and indeed, it is a small world. So how is it we never met before this? I'll be watching tonight. Have a great show. Thank you, Marilyn. That is a good question.
It is.
It's an excellent question.
I don't know how. We haven't met before this.
But what we're also finding out, because I was talking today on the phone with John Ficca for a moment to set up our conversation, was that there are also people that he's involved with as part of this fundraiser that I know. That's the amazing thing about Facebook, is its interconnectivity. And when you go to somebody's page and then you see how many people you have in common as far as friends in common on Facebook, but then you might not know it, but then on the bottom section there's another 6 or 7 or 8 photographs, and you go, wow, how do you know that person?
Right.
That happened today with John Ficca. So we're going to meet tomorrow night, or Saturday night, meet up with Lynette Padron Rayner, who grew up right around the corner from me, and her brother Ricky Padron and I graduated Jefferson together and was a neighborhood buddy, and went to Grady and Coleman and Jefferson together. So they say 6 degrees of separation. I think it's more like 1. And when you're a true Tampa native or you've been here long enough, let's just say, chances are you know somebody. You know somebody. We got a caller on line 4? Yeah, let's go to the caller. Stevie?
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. It's Rose Durant.
Hey,
Hi, Rose.
hey, Rose,
Happy
thanks for calling.
Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Hey, Rose, by the way, I did get your email.
Exciting one, doing laundry and playing with the kids and stuff.
Oh, that's fun. That sounds like fun. What are you doing, shirts tonight or towels?
So the country, so she doesn't have to go 5,000 miles to get away from my birthday and Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
Right.
But, you know, I really very fortunate because I don't like chocolates, and I was born a rose, so you don't have to buy me flowers.
That's pretty cool. That's
there you
pretty
go.
cool. But I
Very
speaking to my
clever,
good ear,
Rose.
because I have an earpiece here so that I can hear Eric
You
when he's
don't
telling
like
us.
chocolate.
Yeah. Did you say you don't like chocolate?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh,
what
wow.
what witch doctor put you under a spell?
I don't know. The Captain Morgan?
Maybe. Or maybe you just ate so much of it as a kid that you just lost your taste for it. You know, that happened with me and lima beans for a while.
Really? Oh,
And me in Oakland.
You like lima beans?
I do.
There you go. I knew somebody had to, but I didn't know anybody that didn't like chocolate.
Tell you a little story. When the Lincoln Hotel opened in '84, I was hired as a banquet captain there.
Okay.
And, you know, that was one of the fanciest hotels around at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had the big Valentine's Day dinner in the ballroom. So many people had booked and stuff. And we had practiced. They had trained us and stuff, but I had never really done Cherry's Jubilee before that. And because I was a banquet captain, I had to go up to, like, the VIP tables, and I was doing a presentation there, and I had a back waiter who was Asian and didn't speak very very good English. But what happened is, you know, we did a lot of flair. We had the flame, you know, the little seasoning that makes the sparks and all that.
Oh yeah, of course.
And anyway, my back waiter brought the ice cream, and I'm taking the flaming cherry jubilee, but everything's going great. But then one of those blobs fell onto the brand new carpet of the place, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm smiling and winging my arms, and I'm stomping my foot, you know, trying to put it out, and I'm going, fire, you know, talking to the back.
The new hotel.
Yikes.
Right, and he's looking at me, and I'm going, fire. And finally, I just stopped everything and took a water pitcher from the table and poured it on the ground. Do you know the folks at the table? They were real nice, and they clapped for me and everything.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
I thought you were
Quite
doing
a
a dance.
That is quite a story.
It was funny, but most of the time of my food and beverage career, I always worked.
On Valentine's Day, sure.
Yeah.
So if you're in the food business, if you're in the restaurant business, it's not
doesn't
necessarily
stop.
a holiday, but it is it's a good day to make a
Make
little
some
extra
money.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Well, your father worked at the Columbia, didn't he?
All those years, Thanksgivings, Christmases, Easters. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a question of you get seniority and you get the day off. I mean, you had to work. You had to work, and in some cases they work those days to make that extra money. So absolutely. We've got another caller, Rose, and we're coming
We
close
got your
to
numbers already,
the end of the
Rose.
show. But
We
thank
wrote
you,
it
sweetie,
down.
for calling and sharing that story with us.
Here, happy Valentine's
Same
Day.
to you,
too.
Rose.
Thank
Thank you. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mario, it's David Benito calling.
Hey, David.
Hey, David, how are you?
How you doing?
Good.
Quick Valentine's story for us?
Yeah, years ago, the governor's luncheon at the fair used to, for a lot of years, it used to fall on Valentine's Day. Just happened because the fair ran that the governor's luncheon would always fall on that day for some reason. And my father had always win, and in fact, he won the big Citizen of the Year award that they give out that fair at the luncheon there in 1981. So my mom and dad would always go out, and one thing we knew, if she went to the fair on Valentine's Day and she came back, she would have probably about 10 elephant ears.
10, did you say?
10?
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad liked those too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I always remember. What you were saying, Mario, about how the 1 degree of separation in Tampa, So we have one that we discussed. A very good friend of our family is related to you. That we discussed a while back.
Related to me.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Giselle.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
Giselle
That's right. That's
Bulgarin.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she worked,
Giselle's grandmother and my grandmother were sisters.
yeah, she worked for my father for years and years, and we were, right when we found out, before I found out this connection, we were talking, and she saw me on your Facebook, and I said, oh yeah, I've known him for a while, and that's what I love about Tampa is these connections,
The family.
Yes.
people you just run into by
Yeah.
chance.
The family.
Exactly.
Listen, give us your Bolita number. I've got a special a special gift for my special gift for my 15-minute girl. She blew right through the 15-minute mark. She's going to have to hurry up now.
Well, there were callers.
And Davian, listen, do us a favor. We did get your check. Thank you so much for that. We also had Kathy White's check. Thank you so much, guys.
Kathy.
Go ahead and send those checks in. Join us for that May 12th event. Davian, if you've got some friends in your posse you want to bring along, bring them with.
I'm definitely going to post that. That looks like a really
Oh, it's going to be
It is gonna be
top
fun.
notch. It's
You're
going to
gonna
be
have a good
a
time.
world of fun.
and it's sweet. You can't beat it.
Yeah, it's going to be in a nice suite.
What's
So
your number, Davian?
Let's do 43.
43 it is.
43.
Thank you, brother. Take good care. Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay, Mario. Same to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we had the 15-minute mark.
Yeah.
45 for Nate Spoto.
45 for Nate Spoto.
Thank you, Nate.
And we're down to just about how many minutes, Mr. Director?
And you know what? My
6
grandmother and your grandmother were both grandmothers.
So was my grandmother.
Well,
And so yours too.
Yeah.
We're all related.
without further ado, if you'll bring us up in the 2-shot with about 6 minutes to go, this is going to take me about 2 minutes, so I'm going to have to hurry up with this. Darling?
Yes, darling.
I know, I've been rehearsing all day. I'm going to do my best to do this song some justice. My earpiece is giving me fits to do this song some justice. Anyway, we've been together a long time, my darling.
Yes, we have.
And this one is for you with not apologies, but with the kudos to Mr. Paul McCartney, who wrote this song just before I did, because I had the idea about this song, but then I YouTubed it and it was already out there. So, Paul, thanks for putting that out there. All right, my love, are you ready?
I hope so.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Dedicated to my 15-minute girl. What if it rained? We didn't care. She said that someday soon the sun was gonna shine. And she was right. This love of mine, my Valentine.
Beautiful.
As days and nights would pass me by, I tell myself that I was waiting for a sign. Then she appeared, a love so fine, my Valentine. And I will love her for life, and I will never let a day go by without remembering the reasons why. She makes me certain that I can fly, and so I do without a care. I know that someday soon the sun is gonna shine, and she'll be there, this love of mine, my Valentine.
Beautiful. Thank
Love
you,
you, baby.
baby. I love you too.
All right. So as you
Hey, that
can
was
see
great.
here,
That was very
on the
nice.
Tampa Native Show,
That was very nice.
I get a bell ring, Steve? I get a bell ring?
Here we go.
Hit me, Stevie, hit me. There you go. I can't ring my own bell, but you
I just don't know why you took me out of the shot though.
Wow.
Very nice.
Did I get through that okay? Did I get through that okay? Was I on key?
That's the first time I ever rang the bell myself.
I had the music in the background because
Yeah,
it
you
was,
kind of
it was-
stopped there, and I was wondering what
It
was
was
happening.
it was a little pitchy at points, and
No, it was very
it gets a
pretty,
little
and I
difficult when
appreciate
you're
it.
doing it.
That was
a
very
cappella.
nice, though,
All
very
right,
nice.
baby, thank you.
Actually, it's one of my favorite love songs.
Wow.
And I love Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. And if you Google it
Very
and
nice.
just or YouTube it better,
Yeah.
you can see him singing it. I think I did
Well,
pretty
I
good.
think we just found a
think you did
highlight for
great.
next week.
All right.
On
All
the
right.
website. What do you think?
I think, yeah.
Valentine. Yeah, it's a pretty song.
a beautiful
So thanks to our callers tonight, and let's do our Bolita drawing before we get out of here.
Yes, we can't forget
And
that.
What are we giving away tonight?
Tonight, I'll tell you what we're giving away. I feel
Giving away kisses.
Kisses, number one. Number two, in a very special mood. So tonight, our grand prize Bolita drawing
Here
winner
are the kisses.
is going to win that song that you just heard me sing to the person of your choice. I will sing it over the phone to them, and for the right price, I'll come to their house and sing it to them. Because, you know, we're trying to raise money here in the Tampa Native Show.
Okay.
Get after it, baby.
You're not going to be dressed like Cupid, are you?
No.
Okay.
No.
And the winning number is
Maybe like
number
Paul.
60.
60?
60. Closest to, without
So
going over.
that
Sing it to
would
Jim
be Rose.
Oh, it is Rose.
You're going to have a song sung
Wonderful.
for you.
I thought I was going to have to sing it to Jim Carney for a minute. I know he's 44. But Rose is 53, and the new
Rose
year, she's
won
got her new
again.
number. Okay, let's talk a little bit about next week's show. Next week's show, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an amazingly, excitingly, amazingly fun show with none other than, and I bet you guys didn't know this, Tampa native Andy Johnson. Does that name sound familiar to you? And it should,
Yes.
because Andy had a wonderful career at Big 13 and Fox 13. Andy, if you're out there watching, we can't wait to get you on the set here with us to tell us all about. You know, Andy's family's been here in Tampa since the 1840s.
Wow.
And the interesting part about this, in his family, there's a Nunez tree. There's a Nunez family branch. Although I think they pronounce it Nunez because they came in through Savannah, Georgia.
Well, there's the Nunez, Georgia.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. And I believe the Nunez, Georgia, is named after his great-grandfather
Wow.
who settled in Savannah.
Part of your
cool.
plan?
So not part of
That's
my
gonna
plan
be
because
great.
that's the
Very
Portuguese
interesting.
branch.
Okay.
But we're gonna drill down and find out all about that next week when Andy's here with us. So
That's
stay
gonna be a great
tuned
show.
for that.
Great
Andy
show.
Johnson joining us next week. Great stories
We'll have a bigger table.
and great
Right.
pictures as well. We've got about a minute left, guys. Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Happy
Stevie?
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, my brother.
Yes, Sally.
I'm
Thank you,
having the
Sally.
time of my life doing this show with you guys.
We're having a great time.
To
As
Eric
are we.
Cups, our technical director,
Yes.
and to Dory.
Happy
Hi,
Valentine's.
hello, Dory. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. And we need to get
yeah.
out of here
We need
in
to
just
do
a
our
couple of
salute.
seconds and
Let's
go
get
get
ready.
us, and go get us a Valentine's Day cocktail. So Stevie, next week,
Let's do
Andy
it.
Johnson. You saw the pictures. They're going to be pretty good.
They're going to be fantastic.
Okay, and he sent us
And
like
the
40
stories
of
about
are
them.
gonna be
40.
good too.
And
Yeah.
the stories are going to be good
A lot
too.
of history there.
That hour is going to fly by. So be sure to tell your friends. All right? On behalf of the 15-minute girl, love of my life, Steve Canella, my new best friend, Mario Nunez saying
Salud.
salud
And happy
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Now take a drink. Bye-bye.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleepy days, long summer nights, going anywhere we please, with love that I could call my own, love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, a home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. I love her and she loves me. I remember Tampa, oh, she remembers me. She remembers me. I remember, yeah, yes I do. Oh, I remember, yeah, me and you. I'm a Tampa native, Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history.
All right now, don't forget, Thursdays, 7 p.m. on TBCN, home of the Tampa Native Show.